Hi you guys, and welcome back to the channel. This is your girl Sin with Decor More, your lifestyle channel. This is another video, you guys, of the backyard. There are some things we've done to the backyard. You've seen us plant all of the flowers in the pots and keep them hydrated throughout this spring and throughout me planting them in the pots while we get this backyard patio together. You have also seen us do a lot of other things here in this backyard. This is video 3. This is just a recap of the other videos 1 and 2. If you have not seen them, please make sure you go out and see those backyard refresh part 1 and part 2. You've also seen us pressure wash this full concrete area back here, the patio area. We're going to go up top and make sure that we pressure wash both areas up top, the square area and the round concrete area as well. And so you've seen us do that as well. You've also seen us cut the sod. We did pull up the sod, some of the old sod, and we laid down fresh new sod just in some areas where we thought that it was just really bad and that we could not come back from it. So we laid new sod. You've also seen us clean off all of the patio furniture as well as the pillows and things like that to get all of the debris and stains and just things that come, the sap and things that come from the trees in the springtime. Now I'm back in the house, you guys, doing a little finishing up on some of my spring cleaning. One of the things that I like to do is give my refrigerator an overhaul. I try to go through the refrigerator and clean all throughout the little, crooks and nannies, those little spaces that is hard to get to, that you may spill things, juices and things from fruits and beverages and, all sorts of things that you may have in your fridge and in some of your drawers. Those juices get everywhere. And so I try to pull everything out, including the drawers and everything, and try to get in those little spaces that's hard to get through. I'm not sure what you guys clean with, but for me, it's always going to be Clorox. I do use the Clorox cleaner, cleanup, which is in the spray bottle. I love that for my refrigerator. I believe in sanitizing and making sure that it's clean and it's nice for the fruits and the meats and everything to be in there. And so this is definitely what I use. Now this is my my tray that I normally keep a lot of my breakfast meats, sandwich meats, things like that. Other little things that I like to keep in there, but this is one of my cold drawers, and I tend to take this drawer out and I take it to the sink and I do like a rinse off with it, and then I spray it with a little bleach, wipe it down, and then I rinse it off again, and it gets pretty clean pretty quickly. And so you guys, this is just something that I like to do at least every 3 months or so. I'm not one of those neat freaks that I want to clean my refrigerator out every month or every, I don't think a refrigerator gets that dirty. But I do believe over a period of time, maybe 3 months to 4 months, that your refrigerator do pick up a lot of different particles, items from fruit, leaves from different, vegetables and things like that you might have in there, juices, as I said before. And so every 3 to 4 months, I try to give it an overhaul and just, make sure that I clean it out, spray it out, wipe everything down, get all up under there in the nooks and crannies.
Okay, hold on.
And make sure that, it's at its best, because I'm a person that likes to entertain a lot. And then as I'm entertaining, a lot of times in my kitchen, I'm opening the fridge a lot, in and out. And, I like for my fridge to be sanitized and clean, so that if there's wondering eyes that are looking in your fridge, at least it will be clean. And if people are helping you cook, sometimes I have things I may be running a little late, and there are people who offer to help me in the kitchen. And so I want to make sure that, you know, the kitchen is nice and clean, but also the fridge is nice and clean, so that if people open your drawers or go in your fridge, that, you know, it is very sanitized, you know, because we can be awful when we talk about each other. And so I don't want to be one of those persons on the end of a bad conversation about how dirty my fridge was. And so, yeah, this is definitely how I clean my fridge. I take out all of the little drawers, rinse them down, wipe them down with a little Clorox cleanup, and then dry them off and put them back in the fridge. Sometimes there are things that don't want to leave, like this little sticky tab probably came from a piece of fruit or something. But I do think that it is necessary to make sure that we clean our fridge out as often as we possibly can, and keep the handle. I have a stainless steel refrigerator, which I know stainless steel is in, but you guys, I hate those things because no matter how much you wipe them down or clean them, it seems like the fingerprints and everything still gets all over. Every time I'm cooking or whatever and I go for something in the fridge, I grab the fridge and I have grease and everything else on it.
The leaves in the backyard.
Tell me sit.
Sit. Oh.
Tell me give you 5.
Give me 5. Paul.
You gotta put your hand out.
Well, I got the cook in my hand. Paul. Oh.
Good boy.
Okay.
Easy.
Good boy. Strap said he's sitting there together.
Oh. Guys, okay, in the yard today, this is what we're doing. I'm refurbishing from the old to the new. These are my lanterns that I had outside for years. And of course, the wind blew this one over, so I'm missing some lights. But I'm spray painting this because it's now rusty. And I spray painted it with this copper color. It's like a goldish brown, and I love it. And it gives it that new look. And that's gonna go up under the new gazebo. I'm gonna go ahead and probably put a little bit more wood finish on these, and I'm gonna spruce up that one. And that is going to be my DIY project for this weekend. I am sprucing up the backyard, and so I'm doing it slowly but surely, you guys. Be sure to tune in to the last result, where I'm going to show you guys the entire backyard, everything that I did as far as planting new grass, laying the new sod, all of those things. So you guys stay tuned. See you on the next video.
So this is what an average day looks like for me, you guys. Up early in the AM. It's about 7:30, almost 8 a.m. And I am actually cleaning my floors. These hardwood floors downstairs, they are hard to keep up, honey. There's a lot of high traffic areas down here. And so it's very hard. It's a very long process, as I've shown you guys in many videos before on how I do my floors and keep my floors up. There's a 3-step process. I have to first sweep the entire downstairs, and I do that by sweeping the floor or dust mopping the floor, vacuuming the floor to get all the little debris out of the little nooks and cranny. And then I let my robot vacuum cleaner go over the floor just for a third check. And then after I do that, I have to hot mop it, or steam mop it, as you may call it, using my Shark steam mop. And then after it dries, then I go over it with a quick little light wax to give it that nice glow and shine. And so it is it takes me sometimes 4, maybe 5 hours just to do my entire downstairs floor, because it is a process. And I'm really, really exhausted and tired at the end of the day by the time I'm done. And so this morning, I think I started about 7:30, and I probably didn't get done until a little after noon. Yeah, it's just that. It's just that hard when I'm working on these floors. But I try to maintain them, because pretty floors makes a pretty home for a pretty lifestyle. I just made that up in my head. But anyway, but you guys, this is the process, and this is what I normally do. And so we're going to carry on with these floors. I want to show you something on these floors that I'm going to try to correct while I'm cleaning them and staining them. And I should have done it probably last year when it first happened, but I never did. And so now I'm trying to fill in the gaps and make this floor, as perfect as it possibly can be.
So you guys, I have some imperfections in my floor where my mom's wheelchair went through, or her wheelchair and her walker went through the floor. There's a long scratch that's in the floor. You probably can see some of it right here. There's like 2, but I've taken the wax. You see one here, and you can see that as you walk across the floor. And so what I've done is taken the wax and kind of filled in the if you can see it, filled in the scrape. And it's I'm just kind of, I used a Q-tip also, and I'm just kind of going over the line, trying to fill it in. I'm getting that excess wax from this part here. I filled it in. I'm just refilling the tip of that Q-tip and just kind of filling in, if you will, that line, because what you have to do is it's a lot of excess wax over here, so I can just kind of get it and kind of go along that line and kind of fill it in, and then I'm gonna go over it again. But I guess you really have to kind of fill in the line so that you don't see that imperfection, because unless you want to script your floors, and I just actually don't want to do that. I would have to rent a machine and kind of go over it and script the floor, and I just really don't want to script this floor completely. And so what I found was you just get a little excess wax and just kind of go over those lines. There's some more here. All these come from her wheelchair and her walker. And so I've waxed this floor, but I've noticed that it's not coming up because there's a line that needs to be filled in. And unless you do several coats of wax, every time I do the several coats of wax, I still see that line because the line has not been filled in. Because the scratch went so deep down into the previous, all of the previous wax jobs that I've done on this floor. I would have to actually get a machine and kind of go over this floor with that machine and just really take the wax and everything up. And I just don't want to do that. That's a lot of work. So what I'm doing, if you see, it's all the way from the front door, because this is her trail where she was using her walker on the first stroke that she had, and she would come through here, and you can see this line. It's all the way, and it's just something that bothers me. You know, maybe nobody else sees it when they come through. I don't even think the Hupster even pay attention to it, but me myself, I do, and it really, 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 really bothers me, you guys. I mean, every time I look at it. it bothers me. So I have just been trying to fill this line in with some wax so that it can go down deep and penetrate down in that little open area. And I won't see, once I wax over it again, I'm hoping that it just filled in, and I don't have to be bothered with it. And so it's a lot of little scratches on this floor, but those are some of the ones that really bothers me. So I just been trying to fill those in a little bit with the wax. And I'm not going to go over this entire floor because it's just impossible. But I'm just hoping that that would kind of take your eyes off of it when you do walk through here. I just don't want to see that long stretch of a scratch going all the way through this floor. So I'm hoping, I'm about to go over it one more time with the wax and the mop brush, and hopefully that would take away this very long line of wax. And I'm just trying to see if I see any more before I do that. Here's one here. I don't know if you see it. I can see it. But it's like a trail. And I'm going to show you in a minute. Let me get the wax bottle and show you. Let's see if I can cut this light on. Oh, he must have cut the light on from upstairs. But anyway, let's see if I can find it. I'm going to cut this light on, and hopefully that will kind of show you guys what I'm talking about a little bit. If you see here, let's see, there's one. If you see that long scratch, you can see that it's down in the wood. And so if I take some of this, I have this bottle almost closed up, so it's not gonna pour out. But if I just take that and just kind of fill it in and let it sit, I'm hoping that it will form a layer on top of that scratch or that scrape. And if you see, I'm just kind of smoothing out the sides of it so it won't cause a big, I really want it to be on that line alone. But, you know, we'll see how that goes. But I just wanted to really infiltrate that line so that when I put another coat of wax over it, you won't see it. It's a hard job, you guys, but somebody got to do it. I just don't like the imperfections of the floor, and it's really bugging me that I see it. And call it, if you will, my little OCD that's kicking in. I don't care what you call it, but for me, it's a scrape, and I don't like it. And this, again, all this came from, like, you know, her wheelchair and her walker before we put the balls on it. So, quick little tip, if you have anyone in your home that has a walker or wheelchair, make sure that, you know, you put something on your floors to prevent these marks. And then that way you don't have to do what I'm doing, which is trying to coat a hardwood floor. I waxed these floors yesterday. I cleaned them. Of course, I think I've made a video, 2 videos, a Christmas, during the Christmas time, and then during the summertime, about 2 years ago. And then last Christmas, I think I did the floors. If you haven't seen that video, you can go out. It should say something about floors, but it's a process of how I clean my floors. And it's a 3-step process. I have to go through here and I have to thoroughly sweep and vacuum this floor. I vacuum it just to get all the minor things up that I might miss that may be in the cracks. And then I also, after I sweep and vacuum them, I go over them with a steam mop and I hot steam clean them to get all the debris and dirt and any kind of spots or stains, stubborn spots up before I go over them with the wax. And so that's what I'm doing, you guys. I love for my floors to be clean and shiny and just a clean floor. If you look, those floors, they look so good when they are cleaned properly and there's a shine, and that's exactly what I like and prefer. And so now what I'm going to do now is put a little bit more wax on there, and I'm going to go over this entire line with that wax, and I'm hoping that that is going to do the job. Is going to get those little imperfections. I don't mind little small ones, but when you have a long one like this from the front all the way to the back, to me that's noticeable. And it's actually two of them, one going to your left, one going to your right. I guess she made a couple of trips through here. But I noticed it last year, but I just didn't feel like doing anything with it. And now I'm just trying to correct the problem if I can, because I don't want to script these floors. I just really don't. I would prefer to do this and have the floors, have the wax just settle in and dry, and then me go over the floor. I think that's better when you do it like that, because you're actually you're just really filling in the cracks. That's all you're doing, filling in the cracks, honey. And you see what I'm using. It's the Quick Shine for wood floors. That's what I use on my floors. No secret. I did it in the video last year, showed you guys the video, so it's no secret of what I use on the floors. But I just want to make sure that it fills in some of these little imperfections, because I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. And I really think that's it. I don't think I have any more. I think those are the big ones, the major ones that I saw. Now, right in here, I can probably put a little bit in these little cracks. Those really need to be filled in with a pen. I have this pen. You can get those at your stores like Home Depot, Lowe's. And you can fill them in to make them darker. You can do that as well. And that way, you won't have those light little imperfections. I got some imperfections in my kitchen that I need to use the pen on, actually, to turn that wood back where the water has from the dishwasher and the sink. The water have really discolored my hardwood, some spots. And so, yeah. Okay, you guys, we're about to see if this works. Yeah, all I'm doing there is just taking these Q-tips and just kind of messing up the line, spreading it out a little bit, because I don't want a big blob of wax all throughout my floor when I wax over this line. I'm hoping that I don't want no discoloration, because you still can kind of see the line. So now I'm going to just kind of go over. I'm trying to blend it in, blend the wax in so that there won't be a huge thick wax line, if you know what I mean. If you understand what I'm saying. And I'm going to get ready to go over this. See, if you notice right here, I'm doing this and it's not moving. That's what I was trying to prevent a huge wax line. So now I think it's time for me to go over this floor really quickly because I don't want it to just settle. What I do now is just really take this thing and just go through it. Let me see if it'll zoom in. I still kind of see the line, you guys. I don't know if it actually helped or not, but what I don't want is this big wide wax line coming up through here. I might have messed up the floor by doing that. I don't know, but we will see in a little bit. Yeah, I still kind of see the line a little bit. I don't know if that helped or not. I don't know if it helped fill in. It might have filled it in. It might have just messed the floor up even more. I don't know. I'm just lightly going over it now just to kind of fill it in. Feel those little... I'm going to cut the AC on to see if maybe that'll help. And now what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go back up there, put some wax on it, come all the way down and back, and just see. So I still can see the line somewhat, but I'm hoping when I wax over it, maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't, but at least I know. If it don't work, I know that I've done everything that I can do. If it do work, and you know, successful job. But it just killed me. I just couldn't keep looking at it. I just couldn't keep looking at it. Okay, you guys, so here go. I think I might have messed up, you guys. It's not looking the way I want it to look. I think I might have messed up with this. One thing I can do at this point is to get some more wax and just go over this floor heavy and see if that will work. That's all I can do. Yeah, I still see the line. Shit, I might have just messed up the floor. Oh well. Y'all gonna have to tune back in because I definitely have to fix this floor. Now, I'm gonna have to just definitely deep wax that area. And when I say that means a major amount of wax right in this area to try to cover it up. All right, see you next time.